Good evening and welcome to Ukraine Brief. I'm Herman and today marks day 1454 since Russia began its full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Another round of US-brokered peace talks between Russia and Ukraine is set to begin on Tuesday, this time in Geneva. This marks the first time the negotiations will be held on European soil. A Ukrainian delegation reportedly left for Geneva in the early hours of Monday. On the way to Geneva, the next round of negotiations is ahead. Along the way, we will discuss the lessons of our history with our colleagues, seek the right conclusions, Ukraine's Chief of Staff Kirill Budanov posted on his Telegram channel. The talks are expected to last 2 days through February 18th. The Kremlin has not changed its position, maintaining that it wants full control of the region, a demand Kyiv has repeatedly rejected. Moscow has confirmed that its delegation will be led by Volodymyr Zelenskyy, an aide to President Vladimir Putin. Zelenskyy is known for framing negotiations around historical arguments that Ukraine has dismissed as baseless. The meeting comes after US Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with President Zelenskyy on Saturday at the Munich Security Conference.
Energy ceasefire.
Another night of Russian strikes on Ukraine. At least 13 people were wounded. The attacks also damaged infrastructure and caused widespread power outages. In the Chernihiv region, a Russian drone strike hit a residential building, completely destroying it. No casualties were reported. In the neighboring Sumy region, an overnight attack on Saturday struck a rehabilitation center for children with disabilities. In a separate strike on February 15th, Russian forces also hit a private home. No one was killed, but one person suffered acute shock. Meanwhile, in Kherson, Russian attacks on the city continued. On Monday, Russian forces launched multiple strikes, wounding one person and damaging an educational facility. More than 1,500 residential buildings in Kyiv remain without heating as freezing temperatures grip the city. The outages come amid Russian attacks that have systematically targeted the capital's energy infrastructure. Kyiv's military administration says around 1,100 of the affected apartment buildings are on the eastern side of the Dnipro River. These neighborhoods have been hit particularly hard in recent months, especially targeting power and heating infrastructure. Many residents, particularly elderly people, have left their homes to stay in warmer buildings. The situation worsened in early February when a Russian strike damaged a nearby thermal power plant, further disrupting heating on the city's eastern bank. Officials now say service to those 1,100 buildings is unlikely to be fully restored before the end of winter. Ukraine's National Anti-Corruption Bureau announced charges against former Energy Minister Herman Halushchenko on Monday, accusing him of money laundering and involvement in an organized criminal network. Halushchenko was reportedly detained on February 15th as he was allegedly trying to leave the country. The investigation focuses on suspected financial schemes connected to the state-run nuclear energy company Energoatom. According to authorities, a suspicious overseas fund established in 2021 aimed to secure $100 million in investments, with firms linked to members of Halushchenko's family identified among its backers. Anti-corruption officials estimate that more than $112 million was misappropriated during his time in office. Kyiv police, working with Ukraine's state security service, exposed a foreign national and his accomplice who planned a car bombing targeting military personnel. According to authorities, the accused attached bombs to a car that was supposedly intended to transport wounded soldiers from the front line. 2 suspects have been identified, one of whom was a foreigner who deserted the Ukrainian military. Authorities allege that the pair conspired to act as volunteers to reach wounded Ukrainian servicemen and detonate explosives. However, the car detonated prematurely while parked in downtown Kyiv. No casualties were reported as a result of the incident. This follows another similar car explosion which occurred several days prior in Kyiv. And with this we conclude Ukraine Brief. Thank you for watching and please stay tuned for more here on TVP World.